We're doing it. All right, let me get spread my cheeks here.
Ooh, spread the cheeks. All right. You got a lip pillow? I saw you had some Grizzly or something.
I do.
There.
I do.
You're good. You got your own today.
All right.
Isn't that so nice? Okie doke. Welcome back to Dude Dad's Friday morning. We just had a nice, what would you call it?
Oh, that was a meeting and a half on that one, dude.
It was like an official
that was a meeting of minds.
Business meeting.
It was a business meeting. You know what I mean?
We won't go into what we talked about, but just know it was good. It was
about
fire.
you guys. You guys suck. That's how much we talked about it. That's what we said. You guys fucking suck. You don't respond to nothing. You don't write on our comments and nothing. About to fire you guys. We'll restart this whole program. Get all new listeners. But that would be dumb because we love you guys. Let's start off. Okay? Mm-hmm. Let's start off right away with our sponsor. One of our sponsors of the day.
Okay.
All right? KC Turbos. If you have a F-250 like I have that has over 200,000 miles, just hit 201, and you have a lot of blow-by that you saw in winter because you keep rolling. So you start up a diesel, normally get a nice little rolling coal, a little white, then a little bit of blue, and then mine kept staying in blue, and I was like, fuck! I'm like, I definitely got blow-by in my turbo.
Ooh.
So just ordered up myself a new KC 9-blade Whistler. It's going to be nice.
It's not in yet.
It's not in. It comes in on Monday, and then my truck goes in on Tuesday. But I'd like to thank today's sponsor, KC Turbos, for shout out, going into my truck and just violating my engine. Second sponsor of the day, Hatch.
Oh,
green chilies. I want to be honest, Hatch. I know you're sponsoring this podcast today, but this one, this is the New Mexico chili.
Okay.
Okay. This, I don't know if you know. That's like a whole thing down there. New Mexico, Arizona is this green chili, particular to that area.
Okay.
I thought this was going to hit a little bit more.
Like spiciness?
Spicing, but like just different.
Can we try it?
Right now?
Yeah.
No, this, you can try the one that's in my house. I got to give this one to, Jaime today.
Oh, Jaime.
This one's a little more watery. I saw another one that's a little more dried out, a little thicker.
You get a good scoop.
I thought maybe this isn't that. Maybe this is not that great. I don't know, but I thought the green chili was really going to hit because like down there, like in those parts, like you have the green chili burger, like that's everything. So I bought these off of Amazon. It's called Hatch. I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't buy it again, and they're not cheap. These things were like. I think there's like $12 a pop.
Fuck. Maybe they had to just dumb it down for the gringos because they really people can't handle it.
They really can't. And,
no.
You know what though? I said the word gringo on a fishing boat in Mexico, and the guy told me not to use that word. And I don't know if that was just because they don't like hearing it, or maybe just because I'm not a gringo. Maybe as far as like, man, don't say that about yourself. I don't know.
You didn't ask him why?
I didn't get time.
Can you just learn
We were doing something, I meant to come back to it, but we're also, I don't know. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
But I could have asked my own guys. Anyway, sometimes things hits differently. You know, you can have guys are from different parts of different countries and you could say this word to this guy. I'm like, but you only live like 50 miles over here, but he don't understand this word.
And the languages are almost the same.
Yeah. But the words,
the slang might be really different.
Yeah. So if you guys are looking for the green chili, sorry Hatch, thanks for sponsoring the show, but I won't be buying again.
I just noticed we almost have the same shirt.
I put this shirt on specifically and pacifically just for you.
It's wild.
What's up with your shirt? You said there was a story behind it.
Not really a story. So tomorrow we have our family Drunk Olympics. Annual Drunk Olympics. It happens at the Pleasanton's house in Clayton the first Saturday of every August. It's been going on for 12 years, maybe 13 years, something like that. Every year there's a theme, and we create games around those themes that all involve, some involve drinking, some don't, right? This year's theme is pirates. Right? So you can get dressed up and pirate whatever. So Pam was searching on Amazon for some pirate stuff to wear.
There's going to be tits out this party.
I told her to, but it's her family, so she can't, it's like all cousins and aunts and uncles
skirt
there.
And tits out at a pirate party.
She has this, what do you call them?
Pirate
corset.
Corset.
She has this, that just fucking, man. And,
it'd be weird to do that around your dad.
And I was like, you should like wear that with like some pirate headgear or something. And she's like, it's family. I'm not going to do that. which I understand. But anyway, she was buying. She came across this shirt,
just holding 3 ping pongs right down the center.
Oh yeah. So she came across this shirt that's got pirates and like a pirate mermaid, and she loves mermaids. She was like, "I'm going to get you this shirt." So she got it for me. I think it's pretty cool.
I like it.
And then you got a nautical button-up, white button-up, too.
Yeah, but I stained immediately from a drunken episode of eating. But this is a stretch. This is pure. Shout out to Pure Lure down in
oh, they're the best.
Ocean City, is it?
Yeah,
pretty much Ocean City, Maryland. And this is a stretch.
I love
a good
Pure
stretch.
Lure shit.
Yeah, Pure Lure is nice.
Really nice hoodies.
Yeah.
Like their hats.
Yeah. I love you guys.
Yeah. Sponsor us, Pure Lure.
Sponsor us. Real quick, too, before I get into today's fishing report, what's up with the what's up with the Starboard receipt here?
Yeah, no, this just fell out of my pocket, and I was writing notes on it earlier.
Oh, okay.
Now we're down to Life Med. Yeah, read out. What was that? What did we buy?
3 watermelon crushes, $33. Holy shnikes, this thing's $11.
Mm-hmm.
1 Kids Crush. Jeez. They even got the Kids Crush. $6. The Sand Tots were $14. What is going on right now?
Fucking tater tots
for some
cheese
potatoes. For some fucking potatoes. 1 cheesesteak egg rolls. That's just the app. You know what I mean? That's
they're big though, dude.
$16.
They're like this fucking big.
Feel a little gay.
They're huge. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You gotta spit on them first.
1.5 pound steamed shrimp, $16 or $15.
That was for little Jerry.
Okay, my man. It won Southwestern Wrap.
That's for me.
$16.
That's my jam.
Equaled up a total of $100 just to sit at a table
for lunch.
It is,
and it wasn't even 4 of us. It was me, Pam, and little Jerry.
Dude, that is the minimum.
But
that is.
It was last Tuesday. Went down to Life Med for Pam's appointment, and I was like, "Look, we're here. It's fucking beautiful outside." It was before this heat came. And so let's go down to Starboard. It was like 3:00, and so yeah, went out there, sat on the patio, had a nice meal.
Yeah,
it's fucking gorgeous out. It was probably the only time I've ever been to Starboard where there was more staff than patrons in there. Like no one inside. Not a single patron was inside. You walked in.
You're there pretty early,
and it was like the in between shift, like before when the 4 p.m. group starts, and you know. And it was just all the servers and bartenders just sitting around the bar, and there was like 3 tables out in the patio, and that was it. But it was nice. Yeah. It was like a real nice day. And then, a few watermelon crushes in, I started to get sucked into the Dewey Vortex. Like, started rationalizing to yourself that, should we stay for a little bit longer? Should we maybe, walk around a little bit?
That is such a thing. If you've never been to Dewey Beach, there is a moment where you look at your friend and you go, hey, we're starting to have a little too much fun. Like, we got to go now.
Yeah.
Because there's to be a point where, and I've been there, I'm about to lose my job. I'm about to call out of work. Let's keep it going. And somebody order up a hotel because I ain't driving home.
That happened last summer. Went down there for Sunday for breakfast.
Yeah.
And fast forward from breakfast, maybe 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, fast forward to maybe 7 or 8 at night. And Pam had to do the call of shame to her dad and said, can the kids spend the night with you? We're not going to make it home. So very, very thankful for phenomenal in-laws that just can laugh that off and take the kids for a night while mommy and daddy act like a bunch of hooligans.
Yes.
In Dewey Beach. So
the Dewey Devil creeped up. All right, today's fishing report. Let's start with the Delaware Bay. Patty, again, and Captain Bones in Odessa. If you don't know where Captain Bones is, which it might as well be the best apparel shop in Kent County.
Newcastle County. But.
Yeah, your mom is too. So the slut striper season is in full swing. I know, Jerry. And a few of those fish have been caught along the shoreline. So you little peasant, cheap ass, poor ass fishermen, because I wouldn't be one of those because we're rich as shit over here. I wouldn't dare cast my pole from a fucking shoreline. I cast it from a very large boat. Okay. You can right now you can catch the shoreline from Augustine Beach down to the fishing pier at Woodland Beach. What are they catching them on, Tom? Well, you say they're let's see. Peeler crab, bloodworms, fish bites, and gulp. I've never caught shit with a gulp. I don't even like grabbing one. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with this stupid stiff worm?
Destroy them.
Do they really?
And honestly, right now, anything will. When we were fishing for flounder, we had like spot and croaker and little trout fucking dominating.
Well, that's crazy you say that. Let's go to the next line. Spot, croaker, and white perch also in the mix. Taking whatever. They're taking anything. Same baits. Catfish also always. They're on the stink baits. Let's shoot down a lipstick. Let's talk to Steve at Smith Baits. He said the slut stripers are still being caught at the Augustine Wall at night, 1 hour before high tide or 1 hour before after on peeler crab and bucktails.
Let's go.
What are we doing?
Let's go.
Okay, I'm home this weekend.
Are you really?
Just so everybody knows how much I travel, it's my first weekend here in Smyrna in 7 weeks.
Wow.
I'm fucking doing it. I'm living a better life than you guys. Okay? The jetties at Bower Beach see a fair number of flounder and trout. Okay? The flounder go for minnows while the trout will take a peeler crab. And what are you staring at? Please tell me we're recording.
No, I'm just looking at the volume.
Okay, guys already bored of me. Broadkill Beach Dan at Dan's Tackle. Which, if anybody doesn't know, it's for sale, I think. Is this also the restaurant? Is it a combo?
I don't know.
Broadkill Beach? Yeah, I think that's the same place. Dan's Tackle and also the restaurant kind of thing. As soon as you come over the bridge and you pull right straight, yeah, it's for sale. Nice. I always like when you find stuff online and no one knows it's for sale because I look for commercial stuff because I'm just, honestly, guys, again, I'm doing better than you, okay? Plenty of heat and some decent fishing out there. No one cares. Lewis Harbor
Marina.
Hey, look, they're coming around. They've seen some actions. Okay, flounder and sea bass remain to catch a lot. Keep a few. So you can catch a lot, but you keep a few.
Yeah.
6-pack charter boats consider a great. You're already on a. Oh, wait. You've already gone to a charter boat. We already left Lewis. I don't know if the Lewis Harbor is coming back yet. I'm already talking shit about it. All right. It's now referencing the Delaware Bay. I'm already out. On Indian River Inlet. I don't know what's up with the Lewis Harbor. It doesn't want to play. I don't know what's going on down there.
Secrets don't keep friends.
Yeah. Indian River Inlet, though. Well, let's go down to Daddy's spot. Okay.
Floating some sand fleas around there.
The night bite for stripers continued, but slow. It's slow, but the night bite. Drifted sand fleas or eels remain the top producer with white bucktail. So they're all on white bucktail or a white worm.
It's always been the white bucktail.
Yeah. The white bucktail is like
whitetail with the white worm attached to it at nighttime.
Yeah. During the day, tog and sheephead are taking up sand fleas and green crabs. Yeah. Occasional blue caught right now with a metal lure, so maybe a spoon or something. You know what I mean?
Gotcha plugs.
You mean? What else? That is, you know what? And the surf fishing for you peasants out there still can't afford a boat. The old Inland Bay Tackle reported spot croaker, kings, and blues have been caught from the beach between the numerous skags and dogs. That's your fishing report. Thank you, people.
That was a fucking fantastic one. I haven't been fishing for over a week. We went last Tuesday. It was lots of little fish. Lots of little croaker, trout, sea bass, bluefish, spot, no flounder, which I was surprised we didn't catch a short flounder, but it was fun, followed by a dinner at Wheelhouse, which is by far my favorite dockside dinner.
We had a meeting earlier today about, we're not so much worried about our socials as we are growing this podcast and making this more of a show. It's funny, but saying about shorts, have you noticed a trend down at like the Wheelhouse has done it, is jumping at like, hey, how fresh is your food? And then they jump in the water. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you notice that?
Yeah.
Great talk. Moving on. Fishing front. Really quick. No, let's not go to that. Let's go. I wanted to check in with Jerry. How's business? How's real estate out there?
It's slow, man.
It's slow.
It's not non-existent, but it ain't, 2021 either.
Yeah, nothing is. You see that thing I threw up the other day on my Facebook?
No.
An old post. That's probably, I don't even come up with it. I never post, but I reshare old stuff, but it was an old post from like, I think like 21 or 20 or something.
Yeah.
I was like, I had 6 houses selling. I was like, it's a Wild West out here. I said, fuck it, sell the fridge, sell the food inside the fridge is worth money. You know, it said, sell it all.
Yeah, no, that was
because back then it was like whatever.
Yeah,
sell it all.
Yeah, we're in a weird spot because I don't think there's a shortage of people that are right on the cusp of either selling or buying, but interest rates are keeping people in their house. Yeah. Interest rates are keeping people from buying, and we're in this weird stagnation,
Okay.
But we're good.
You hear it? We're stagnant, people. I wouldn't say I'm slow too. I mean, I do less than you, obviously. I got the 2 coming up. I'm getting ready to list that one. Mm-hmm. I did wrap up. I'm going to be building an addition off of Danny's house.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I hit that home run over there.
Yeah,
sell the house, sell their 2 houses, and build the addition off the back.
Yeah.
That's why I have what I have. That's why people are like, why do you do all that? I'm like, because when they say, can you? I say, yes, I can. You know what I mean?
Yep. Jump, then build the parachute. That's how we do it.
And then build a parachute. Speaking of doing well, and you were talking about, what were we talking about? Oh, lunch. Your Starboard lunch.
Yeah.
Now, going back to all the stuff I said, I take it back. You guys aren't peasants, and no, I'm not rich. I'll tell you what kind of rich I am. On the real. I am lunch. I am restaurant and Lowe's rich. Which means we got to eat. I'm like, whatever. Yeah. Fuck, the thing costs whatever the fuck it costs. It's terrible, whatever. But we get as much as we want.
Yeah.
I don't care.
What, beyond that, really, what else is there?
The next step is if I go to Lowe's and I want the thing, I just buy the thing.
Yeah.
There's like, that to me, I mean, I know that's not rich, but I know what it's like when I used to stare at stuff like, I'm not going to get that now. I'll probably maybe at the next job or 2 jobs from now, I'll get that. But anything more now, I just walk in we need the thing. If I want the thing,
right,
I just buy it.
Yeah. I've always said it's not my saying. I've heard other people say it, but it's exactly how I look at life and how well you're doing. I hate to talk about how well you're doing money wise because it doesn't fucking matter, right? Money is just fucking imaginary, fake. You need it, but what the fuck, right? If you can go out to a restaurant with your family or your friends and not have to worry about the bill, right? And I'm not talking about Mastro's or some high-end crazy place. I'm talking about the Starboard or Cantwell's or something like, hey, let's go out to dinner. And you're not worried. You're not saying, hey, kids, you can only get the chicken tenders, right? And it's just whatever. Like, beyond just being able to do that, what else is there? Isn't that kind of like, I remember when I was younger or when I was a kid with my family, like that's all you really wanted to do. Like is, hey, can we have an appetizer? Can we get dessert? You know what I mean? Like, no, we're not having appetizers today, and you're just going to get 1 soda or water. You know what I mean?
That's how going out with Brett's dad was, because there was the kids, we rolled deep. There might be 10 of us. He would take us out, right?
Uh-huh.
And then, but no one could order a soda. He'd be like, look, I'll get you a meal.
Yeah.
But no one in this motherfucker can order a soda, because 10 extra sodas is it makes them go crazy.
So the fact that we go out to a lunch and little Jerry wants a half a pound of shrimp, then eat your half a pound of shrimp.
And you ever think sometimes, what's going to happen later? Like, how much asshole I look like? You know what Megan likes? He likes a crab cake. Mm-hmm. But I buy him a crab cake. But that's $25.
Yeah, I know.
And he ate half of it. You know what I mean?
Well, then you get a half a crab cake.
Yeah. It's just I was just sitting there thinking, and that's when I wrote that down. I was like, I'm ordering him a $25 crab cake. I am definitely spoiling him, but a crab cake, to me, it's not spoiling anybody. It's it's just a crab cake. It's a crab. We can go get them for free right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's marked up crazy around
here. Yeah. Especially at restaurants like Crab Cake Factory or something.
So that's why I just wanted to touch base and talk about that's how I feel anymore. That's the rich.
It really is. That's what makes you rich. Or we talk about boat days and stuff like that, and that you can go do those things. The fishing trip I did last week, DJ was up for a minute. He had an afternoon, called another buddy down there. Let's all get together. We're all self-employed or in sales, and all of us were working on the boat. At some point, each one of us 3 had to take a work phone call, and we were able to do that, right? And are we making millions of dollars a year? No. But what's the value in what we were doing at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday with your buddies hanging out? And you had to do a couple things work-wise, but isn't that the fucking goal? Is to be able to do that?
I'll tell you something funny is my phone's ringing right now. My painter's calling me, and I'm not going to answer it because we're doing the podcast, but it's going to be kind of funny. He has the address to the second job he's supposed to go to. He also got the Sherwin to pick up the paint. I'm just going to see where it ends up. Oh. Yeah, it's going to be funny.
Yeah.
It's just a primer day.
How was your visit from your brother?
Oh, it was great. We had a great summer, man. The kids, his kids did really well. Like, they went out on the boat for the first time. That's awesome. Out in the bay for the first time. So, like, and the cousins are, like, they're older now, so they know each other as cousins.
Nice.
So this was a really good bonding year.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you guys get to do a lot together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a short summer for them, and they were only here for like 6 weeks. In the first week, they spent like in a hallucination of jet lag.
Yeah. I mean, 6 weeks is a long time.
It's not that when they got to go somewhere, and I'm working, it goes really fast.
Well, I know they're not with you the entire time, but it's still it's a good vacation.
It's a good vacation. Yeah. For them, they're coming, but like if I had a few more weeks, we get a few more things in. Like, I want to take my brother out on my boat. Like, there's a few more things.
There's never enough time.
We laugh because the way we hang out now is like we do dump runs together. You jump the truck, we just go to work. But
that's cool because you're catching up while you're doing real shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And like sometimes I think seeing or being immersed in what someone else does is just as cool as like going to a restaurant or doing nothing.
Oh, it's a running joke to get in a truck with me. Like, hey, you want to go there real quick? And everyone knows, like, that's not that. You could get stuck with Tom all day.
Not real fast.
That motherfucker had 32 secret stops before you go that.
Yeah, I know that secret. The other thing that excites me, and we talked about it before, that I was invested in, is the Robert Younes. I think it's how you say his last name, the ageless wanderer that did the Great Loop in a John boat, single engine, by himself. He just finished it last night, like 10:30 p.m. He made it back to where he started 19 days ago. He beat his record, and had a bunch of shit go wrong, different times, and all these things. And then the farther along he went, the more people knew about it, and more people were meeting him and watching his crossing and helping him out and all this shit. Broke his boat up, had to stop and get a welder to weld his hull back together, and running that bitch 60 miles offshore, when he was crossing around Ocean City in Jersey, because if you go up the coast and you're Ocean City and you got to go around Jersey, you got to go fucking way out there to get to that bitch, you know what I mean? Yeah. And in a John boat, a 16-foot John boat with a 60-horse tiller steering. And that's, that's what 16 foot was 60 horse. That motherfucker.
And he's got pace to keep.
Huh?
And he's got pace to keep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's like days he's like, I have to.
He's going to send her.
I got to, when I can open this bitch up, I got to go. Because he went through some areas where it's a no-wake zone. That one day he had 50 or 60 miles of a no-wake zone. Can you imagine?
What's funny? You know what's funny about that? It's like, if you know that you're not going anywhere, like, this would be my thought, like, all right, I'm not coming back here. I might just blow this whole scene. You know what I mean? Like, world record.
If you're going fast enough and you get enough on plane, you're not really throwing a wake anyway, right? Oh. There ain't nothing in the water but the prop.
Yeah, probably some kids jump off their dock locally.
So
like I was hitting them.
Yeah, that would suck. But no, he made it. He did the crossing. And you learn about these other people. There's a guy doing it in a fucking canoe in Pioneer clothes. Yeah. He's on like day 380 of doing this shit.
I'm so jealous of that guy.
Yeah, I know.
I never get jealous, but when I see someone like that doing that, I'm like, gosh darn. I saw one video of him save the can and just taking some spring water off a rock, and I was like, fuck, man. I don't get jealous of nothing. But that right there, I know. Like, fuck, that is me.
I know.
Down to my core, that's me. That's one thing I wish, like, I don't know how to get it right now, but there's nothing more than setting a goal that is, say, a distance. Like, you really set the distance, and if you don't quit, you're going to really find out some shit about yourself.
Yeah.
And that kind of trip, I do miss those.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nowhere near the same, but I wouldn't mind taking the boat from like Collins Beach or Smyrna or Lipstick or something like that and going down to Lewis. Yeah. Taking that trip. Cause it wouldn't be much. I mean, it would take an hour and a half?
It's probably the fastest way to do it.
Probably is. Honestly, it might be
shot.
It might be faster than driving, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be cool.
Do you miss like something like that? Like, how do, like, at this age, where do you go find a really mental Something like that. Like, it's tough to do because you have a family. You don't want to be so selfish where you left your family for a day. But like, where can you go get like the danger? Let's say a little bit of scheduled danger. You know what I mean? Like something like manageable. Like,
just to give you,
don't need to go. I got family. Can't be going all the way like back in the day when I'm hanging
just
on top of a car.
Toe. Dip your toe into it.
Yeah. Let me dip my toe. Let me get some fear rolling up. Let me face it, and let me get through some hard. You got to get through hardship. You got to get to a point where you don't want to do it anymore. Like it's just tough, but you're like, no, dude, you got to keep going.
Yeah.
You got to keep going. So I think about the dude in the canoe. Like you just got to keep going because then you just open up to somewhere else. You're like, oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Where you just. I like those moments where you just like happen to find something on the side of the. Like, hey, look.
There was a time.
Maybe you're fishing the river, right? And you've hung up 3 times, but then, everyone hangs up. So then you're walking a little bit like, oh shit, look, there's a nice lure in this tree branch. Let me grab that. And a little bit of, keep it going, baby. Just keep it going.
That's the universe telling you it's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
Just keep going.
The only way I think about that right now is I got to get a Thai river. I need to get. I almost called John yesterday. I'm like, dude, I already talked to Justin. I was like, I need a boys trip. I need to go to Thai River. I need to get the fuck in there. I need to fish. I need to go to do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind someone else doing it. It's a nice 4.5 hour walk through all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just that. That's about all the medicine you're going to get with responsibilities and businesses and family and not being too selfish.
Yeah.
I think men have that adventure in them that you kind of need it. You know what I mean? To like kind of feel whole. And I don't think it's selfish. And like we have a lot of female listeners and it's not disrespect to women, but there's a difference in the man's adventure side that's in our DNA that you can't really ignore it.
Yeah,
you know what
especially like a white male. We just want to go there and conquer a whole species and then put up hotels.
Just
kick out all the tribes and like there's beautiful beaches. Yeah, we own it now.
Like you guys are trying to.
And then we put up an air base and a naval and like we just ruin shit. That's like what we like to do.
No, I don't want to ruin anything. So back when it was probably 2008, 2009. First started going through my divorce with my ex, and she left. Had the house by myself. Mark was my roommate.
Tell me about the leave. Let's go. Let's dive into this more. Tell me about the leave.
About the leave?
Yeah, like walked out. You have like a walkout moment. You have like a fuck. This is happening.
So Paul's right there. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
All right. So, it is a moment where you're like, oh, this is really happening. And like now my whole life as I know it is falling apart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fucking chaos. And like, can I keep the house? Am I going to lose it? And all this shit. And 2008, it was the big crash of everything, right?
So you're already losing.
Yeah. So money wasn't great at all. Everything was stressful. So anyway, and I didn't have kids at the time.
Yeah.
I had a job. I did have a good bit of money in my bank account. I'd say good bit. I had like a little over $10,000. Not a lot, but back then it was. To me, right? And I told Mark, I said, dude, let's take like a month, couple weeks, month, and let's fucking like hitchhike to Mexico. Let's fucking go to Mexico. Let's get in illegally and then get back, right? Let's just go on that adventure. And Mark had a bunch of Mexicans that he worked with, that he was good friends with, that would come.
He had the Mexicans.
Yeah, have back and forth
like
seasonally and shit.
He owned them.
No, in the
he had them.
In the construction industry, and they were like, "Yeah, come down, we got you. Like, get in, I'll get you in. We can come here. I have this stuff here. You're good, right?" We had it laid out. Like, okay, we'll leave. We could do a train to this point. We can maybe hitchhike here. We can catch these rides, and we had it fucking mapped out. And Mark was like, "I'm in." Like, to the point where I talked to my boss at my job, and he knew what I was going through, and he told me, he said, "Look, you do what you got to do. You have a job when you get back. You're good. Like, I won't pay you. You're good there. But when you come back, you'll have a job." So I got the okay from my boss, everything.
The fuck happened, Jerry?
And then it came down to, Mark. He had a son then. Marky was real young, and he was just like, I can't leave Marky for a month.
Yeah.
And I understand that, right? You can't leave your son. That was it. That was all he had holding him back, because he wasn't married and all that, but he was just like, man, I can't leave Marky for a month.
That's what I'm talking about. You should have gone.
But I wasn't going to do it without him.
Man, you know what? You said this was your alone trip.
Maybe I would have. But he also had the connections too.
What would have happened? Maybe you've gone on and been a real estate tycoon. You'd be like,
I know.
Hey, we get some connection. I don't know.
I do sort of, because that was the window for me.
Yeah.
That was the window in adulthood when all the stars were lined up and I had the money to do it. I had the time to do it. I had the job security. I had zero responsibilities. No wife, no kids.
Yeah.
A house that I was fucking losing anyway. Right? So what the fuck? I probably should have did it, but it was a point where like, okay, if it's both of us or none of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's a good friend move. But I do wish I
knowing I've always said this, knowing your time, knowing where you're at in your timeline is important. Knowing what windows you have, because I can remember people when I lived in Dewey and all this, and people are like, when are you going to get serious? When are you going to settle down and get serious? I'm like, this is all going to go away soon, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, first off, I'm going to age out of Dewey here soon. That's like a thing. You're going to age out. You know what I mean?
Well, you age out with living down there and doing nothing all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Partying.
So I'm going to age out, and then my body's like, we can't do this every day. You got to quit. You can't have 92 bull sharks and then have a whole box of Mama Marie's pizza at 1 a.m. We got to stop. So you think like back in those days, like I can remember when I left, like one time I was so stressed out. I had the job here in Maryland at the factory, and I was living at that Smyrna Spa, and one night at 10:30 at night, I just called Zoo. I was like, I'm leaving. He's like, when? I'm like, right now. I'm going to Pittsburgh. I'm just getting out of here. I was like, this is my time. I don't owe nobody nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, hey, here's my last rent. Here's my last utilities. I'm out. I'm going to Pittsburgh. I need to change the scene. I kept staring down the road every day playing my guitar. I'm like, all right, man, well, it's just time to do it. Let's just do it right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, two things. Not many people have the ability to do it, like literally logistically and financially.
Yeah.
And even more people like don't have the balls to do it.
Yeah.
Or know that they can.
Yeah.
Like, no, you can all do it. You just have the
especially
balls.
if you know where you're at in your life.
Yeah.
Like there's not going to get better. Each year is not going to get better to keep doing this.
No, you are gifted for sure in being well beyond your years and like knowing where you're at and saying like, hey, now's the time to do this.
The intuition is high over here.
Yeah.
Speaking of intuition, okay, I've pulled out one of the best man moves post shower. I figured it out.
Oh, talk to me.
I figured out the best dry out.
Talk to me.
Right now in my truck, right? For the most part of my truck, I'm not very, I don't do a lot of hammer swinging anymore. Mm-hmm. I might do some shit right there at the end, like I might hang the mirror or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I have a toolbox in my truck with like my tool belt, tools, but I also have stuff to clean up the job sites. I have a magnet sweeper and I have my leaf blower. Leaf blower's in my garage. I come in here with a towel. I'm like, yo, it's hot as shit. I'm like, I'm going to dry my balls out. I'm going to hit this leaf blower on it. Son. I took that electric leaf blower. Whoa, I was like, this is awesome. I was like, how many guys have figured this out? Just take the leaf blower to yourself, dude.
Did you hang it up and stand in front of it, or did you hold it?
No, I just hold it. Just shot it right at my junk.
Maybe you need to hang it up.
Dry the junk right out.
Hang it up and you can maneuver around it better. Get your head in there, get your wind blow. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, if you got a leaf blower and it's electric, nobody wants to smoke out the nuts with a 2-stroke, leaf blower, but the electric, that's the move. Hey, speaking of juice boxes, I do miss a good juice box session. Like, you go to, like, when we're at Grotto's, you sent me that video. Mm-hmm. I was like, dude, I do miss.
That was the best. The looks that people gave you with Tom, we're at Grotto's Pizza in the University of Delaware. The demographic there is young, rich white kids, and it was in the fall or winter.
It was
anyway,
fall,
it doesn't matter. Who cares? Tom put in like $78 in the jukebox, was just straight old country, like Hank Williams, David Allen Coe, all that.
I'm a dinosaur.
Yeah, and it didn't stop. It kept going, and people are sitting at the bar like, "What the fuck are we doing here?"
I'm like, "We're about to get drunk.
We're
about to fucking howl at the moon. Let me go."
That was a good time.
That I miss coming into a place. I used to miss that about the. Shout out to anybody locally here in Clayton and Smyrna that remembers the Clayton Tavern. You could go in there. We used to live in that. We used to live on Rodney Street, and my brother and I would walk out. We would smoke a joint from the house over to Clayton. By the time we got to Clayton, we finished the joint. We'd walk in. There's not a lot of people in there, but they had a juice box.
Yeah.
And we would go in there, load it up, and you could make the place yours. You get the music going.
Yeah.
And, you just turn on like some old Merle Haggard. You just get it going. You can kind of go back in time a little bit. You know what I mean?
Old Merle Haggard.
Especially if you can walk home, you can wobble back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I never hung out there.
Yeah.
I wish I did. Never did though.
Yeah, it's fun because there would be like no one there and a couple pool tables. You could take the whole place over. It's like you could rent free facility to drink at.
That's kind of like how like Sheridan's is during the week.
Yeah.
It's just a reunion.
Yeah.
You can just walk in there and you're going to see friends and hang out, and then it just turns into a good time. Something pretty cool. Pam's uncle actually has a corner of the Clayton Tavern bar in his garage.
Oh, really?
Like when they demoed everything, they cut out the corner. That was his seat there. He has that section of bar in his garage.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I have a Clayton Tavern sign on my shed.
Oh, dude.
That Bill and Karen had hung up there.
It's kind of crazy because it's still there.
Yeah.
It's got boxes probably stored in it.
Probably.
Hey, shout out. Today, I had I had the windows down, playing Mexican OT. But it's the first feeling of like fall. It's not fall, but the wind was cold, chilly. I was like, like real quick, my brain was like, is it fall? Is it football? So I want to check in. If you don't know, Jerry started Pop Warner 42 weeks early, right in the middle of summer.
Yeah,
How's football going?
Well, first of all, we've had to cancel about minimum 4 practices in the first 3 weeks because of the fucking heat and storms.
Yeah.
Just a piss poor move by Pop Warner HQ, wherever the fuck that is. Anyway,
that's across the country, you said.
Oh yeah, it's national. It's not just a local thing. That their rules like that, the July 15th start from August 1, move it up. But no, it's going good. Our first practice with full gear and actually some contact is going to be tonight. It was supposed to be Tuesday. Tuesday got canceled because of heat. Wednesday, they let us practice, but we were not allowed to wear gear because it was too hot. Last night, we got rained out. And we don't cancel from rain. It was a fucking monsoon, and there was lightning. So that's where the monsoon and lightning around the area for like literally the 2 hours around where practice is. But it's going good. So we're going to find out tonight. We're going to start hitting.
I feel like
pads.
what time's I want to come, dude.
Please tell 6 to 8:30.
Please tell me
6 to 8:30.
You're going to open up and roll out the quintessential. The one, like the bread and butter of early season is the Oklahoma drill.
I know where you're going with it. So
can we bust out the Oklahoma drill?
We do it. We can't do it yet. We have to have another 10 hours of thud, predetermined winner style stuff. After we get through that, then we're allowed to do that shit. And we do run Oklahoma.
Man, I want you to tell me what day you have Oklahoma drill, and I'll just sit there and film it and just.
Okay.
That's the most exciting shit ever.
It is, and you find out who's about it.
Yeah, you know I mean, who's about it.
And we're fair. We're not out to kill these kids. They're 7, 8 years old. Yeah. You know what I mean? But. So we will make it fair of like, we'll put the goods versus the goods and the younger, more instructional guys against each other because I'm not trying to break in with spirit. But when you get the good guys versus the good guys and they're really getting after it, it is fucking exciting.
It makes me think of Pop Warner days, thinking of old Barney, old Russell Revel, just like looking, he was a snot knocker, dude, when we were kids. And like, when you're in that Oklahoma drill line and you're just peeking over, counting like, all right, who am I going up against? Like, oh shit. Okay. Like and they're sitting there talking, you're like, all right, motherfucker, like, we got this dude's going to come for me.
Yeah. So 2 things. Have you ever been in that line and then you're like, fuck, that guy's going to fuck me up?
I've never, I was always a little bit gifted, so I felt like it's not that I'm going to get fucked up, but if I don't show up, I could this is going to hurt. Number one, I can hear my dad scream out, "Don't lower your head," you know, and then like coming over he'll be later, like, you're hitting like a ram over there, guys. Lowered your heads, just hit literally crown on crown. You know what I mean? Like
so terrible.
Yeah. So, but peeking over, like, all right, this one's. It is going to hurt. This is going to hurt, but I gotta bring my shit.
And that's the way I always thought too. Like I was never scared, or I never like defeated myself before it even happened. Yeah. But there was times where I was like, I gotta man the fuck up here. I gotta really bring it, or else. Because if you don't, then you will get hurt. Yeah. If you try to tiptoe through, or you try to like wince a little bit,
you're hurt,
and that person's going to come no matter what. So that's where you learn. Like I have to go 100%. Or I'm going to get hurt.
Now I can tell you the ISO drill, our first year, that defensive coordinator in college was an absolute maniac. First off, we ran the 2.5. He's a screaming, the 2.5 is alive. I'm like, this is some crazy shit. We got 5 linebackers back here.
Yeah, that's wild.
So we would warm up with ISO drill. And that's the only time where I'm like, fuck, man. Like,
yeah,
that's
old school.
The one, I don't even remember his name, man, but he was like 6'5", and he would get under my shit. Every time we hit, I'd get a stinger.
Yeah.
It's just like, the drill hurt so much.
Yeah.
And I just pretty much coming out of the warm-up concussed. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's like, all right, you line up, okay, run. It's like, it's the most stupidest.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's the worst drill ever.
And that's why nobody does it anymore, because the risk to reward, super low ROI.
I'm like, I know how to tackle. We're good here. Can I not go up against this cat right now? Like, you mean?
Yeah, we're a little strict on straight up. Not we, the Pop Warner organization is strict on like head up, head on collisions. Like, you really shouldn't do that. It's just bad for the athlete. Too much. The risk to reward thing, like I said, is just, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Angle stuff is more important. Proper form is more important.
I will tell you, angles is great because, I even see it in my tennis. You know, I see no sports. And I thought like it was just easy. Maybe I got trained early, but with learning pursuit drills, most of these, even at the high school level, I'm like, these kids really can't figure out like a pursuit angle.
Yeah, you know what we developed to teach that to young kids to make it real fun?
Yeah.
Is we play duck, duck, goose. So you'll have a big circle and one kid has the ball and he's running around the outside of the circle. And just like duck, duck, goose, duck, 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 and then he picks a kid. When you have goose, the running back who has the ball has to run around the circle and get back to the spot. The guy who gets tapped, goose, is chasing him, but can cut through the circle.
Yeah.
So it teaches them pursuit angles while they're having fun, right? So you get tapped and the guy's gone. I got to get to where he's going to be. So it teaches them to cut through the line and get in front of them. We've learned that the kids have a lot of fun with it. They fucking love it. And it teaches them, they don't even realize they're learning the pursuit angle. Because it's better than trying to say, like, hey, we're going to line up here. You have to run. It's just let them naturally figure it out. You know what I mean? Do
you guys do kickoff at that age?
No.
I'd say that's probably the best one to learn a real pursuit angle. Yeah. Because, when you get to higher levels, I was always a guy on the end. I was like, I'm not going in for the tackle. I'm literally, if you guys all fuck up, I'm here to save the day.
Yeah.
I'm the fastest one, and I have the best open,
well, kickoff's different too, because you have to have your lane guys, and you have to have your guys that are going after the ball.
Like me, I'm like, I rush up, and then I'm hanging back to watch you knuckleheads, see what happens, and then if I see, like, if I'm on the right and he's going left, I'm already on a safety, like pretty much a safety angle if you guys all miss. Because I'm thinking like there's going to be fucking 4 misses. And I'm just going to I'm already way ahead of him, but he already has a good angle. I'm like, I'm already way ahead, but I'm going so far across the field. I need to have a much bigger angle. Yeah.
No, that's super. And the angle stuff is way more important than head on stuff. The head on shit is not realistic. You know what I mean? But no, football's going great. Love it.
Hey, do your kids cry in the middle of the night still, or are they too old?
No, they don't.
Dude, we have Ellie, dude. Oh my gosh, bro, she is like, I don't know, she's got earaches or something. This is almost it's just like almost the point where we had to get. I think like when Macon had to get some tubes because he was having like earaches, but like she's so fussy, she's crying in the middle of the night. And you just find like you always get an argument with her wife because she's like losing her shit. Because the kids, it's not like they cry for me; they just cry for her.
I know, that's what sucks.
Ellie is going fucking crazy in there, just keeping everybody up, crying, just like
no. It's not gas or anything.
No gas. We've never had to do any of that with her. She's too. I think we're out of the gas stage. I guess.
But man, you get gas forever. You know what I mean? I don't. And they don't know. They don't know it's what it is. Like, can you ask her? Hey, what's?
Do you remember those days? I was just like, gosh, man, that's fucking.
We were blessed with that. Our kids are always phenomenal sleepers.
Really?
The only problem we've had, and it's still going on, it's getting better, but it's still going on, is little Jerry getting in bed with us in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
That's the only, and he's not disruptive about it. You just wake up and he's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The same way.
And you're just kind of like, dude, you can't, and we've had talks with him recently, like, you can't do that. Like, so the other morning we woke up and he's on the couch. He knew I can't go in the bedroom, but I'll sleep on the couch. And then the next night he was, he did stay in his bed all night long. Cause he can understand us. We're like, look, man, and Pam told him, look, I love you, right? You can always come into our room if you have a problem, but like you're getting too big. You can't come sleep with us. I'm not having a good night.
What size bed you got?
We have a king size.
Okay. Yeah.
But kids
That's like a must.
Kids go on a fucking angle. He'll start one way and then he's on an angle.
Oh yeah.
And then, and poor Pam's in the middle. You know what I mean? So she's not having a great night's sleep, you know?
Macon, I was laughing at Macon last night, and like Ellie's crying. She finally just comes in bed with us, you know, trying to get her to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
And Macon gets woken up by all the commotion. He's like standing in the bed. I'm laughing. I'm like, but I'm like, not tonight, dude. There ain't even no room. I said, fuck it. I said, I'll go sleep in your bed with you real quick.
Yeah.
So I actually ended up sleeping with Macon last night.
Then you probably get a better night's sleep.
Yeah, Cam's like, you know, she's looking at me like, oh, it must be fucking nice. You guys are going to sleep. I'm like, I'm not. This girl's crying. It's like the worst for you women out there. It's the worst position of a husband. It's like, I want to help. There's no way I can. I'm sorry. It's all on you, but like, the little kids, they just don't want nothing to do with their dad.
No, they don't.
She can care less. If I open it, she's like, can you go check her? I'm like, I bet when I open that door, she's going to scream more because I walked in.
Yeah.
She did. She flipped out more.
The hardest, maybe not the hardest, but like a very difficult time is that the first however many years of a kid's life, they really don't want nothing to do with dad when there's a problem.
Yeah.
It's only fun shit. Yeah. So we're in a position where we get most of the good and the moms get most of the bad. And it does suck. I don't want that. Yeah. I don't want that for you, but it's just the way the universe is. It's just the way we are as fucking human beings. Yeah. You know, we can't change that.
I literally was talking to Candace last night like I was her coach. Like I was trying to coach her through these moments.
You can't say nothing right.
Can't say nothing
can't
right.
Say shit
dude,
right.
I tell her, like, I don't know what to say that's going to be perfect and solid. I don't know. I think I'm already at a disadvantage there. So I'm just sitting here trying.
And you just know that, like, if I could fix it, I would. I swear to God.
If I knew exactly what to say, I'd be a woman.
Yeah.
Okay?
And the same thing through labor. Like, I've had this conversation a number of times with other women. They're like, oh, well, yeah, in the hospital, I'm giving birth to a kid and I'm uncomfortable and you just get to take naps. Like, do you think it's fun for me to like sit there and watch you in pain? You think that's a blast?
That's why I hired the lady, doula. Yeah. I hired her. She did amazing.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a baby out there, hire the doula because you as a male suck.
Yeah.
Just let you know that. So get the doula. Yeah. Do yourself a favor. Sit back, relax, watch the show.
Well, because men inherently are fixers, right? We want to make things better. We want to protect and make people feel good. And then you're in a spot with your wife is in the worst pain of her life, and this shit's going haywire, and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
You can't make it go away. All you can do is try to say the right thing, and it's never the right thing.
And we're idiots, so we have nothing the right stuff to say.
And it's fucking awful to be in that position. Like, I can't make you feel better. Yeah. And all my job is to make you feel good, and I can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a horrible position. Thanks, kids.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, for my last piece here, let's step into a real topic here. Do you find yourself, as you're getting older, this is how I'm finding myself now, I'm really settling in to being an adult, and I'm really settling, like really settling into being an adult, which I feel like means I say no more to stuff, and then really leaning and settling into like work. Because I can relate to this with you because we're self-employed. I'm not sure I would relate it if I was a 9 to 5. I have no idea. But as like my business, I'm like, man, it's become so much more of me anymore. It's like,
has to be.
It's like I let it, like my level of stress handling now and what I allowed it to overtake me. It's like, I'm just like, now I'm like, we just got to keep the Momo going, man. Like, you know what? I don't want to keep doing more stuff, but like, I look back now, I'm like, I'm so comfortable with like crazier projects now.
Yeah.
And I feel the momentum just coming and come. Like, yeah.
That's also means you're growing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I feel like I'm settling into like really just being an
just
entrepreneur.
A whole nother chapter, right?
Whole nother chapter, man.
Yeah. But do you ever get, I hate that we talk about this too much maybe, but the sense of like it's the whole thing's coming to an end. Like we're going to die, and that's
a whole nother.
It's coming to an end, and like, do I want to waste it on this? Am I choosing the right thing to put my effort into? Because we both had dads that we saw die early.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, that could be me.
I know it does fuck me up. It did not help me.
Yeah.
The whole death.
But it does help you though, because it makes
does
you aware.
Help us. It also doesn't. It put like almost like a fear in me. It's like sometimes at night, I'll have a little bit of weed. I'm sitting there and I'm just like fuck, man. I'm like, I can't believe I'm going to leave these kids one day.
Yeah.
Like this part sucks. Like, sometimes I have a problem thinking about death. I'm like, damn, I don't like the fact I'm going to leave these kids one day. I do not like it. You know what I mean? And And the fact that I'm like, sometimes I had to come to, like, some days I'll go with it, some days I'm not. Some days I'm like, man, we are going to be older. That does kind of suck, but is it motivation to be better later? Yes. But I'm like, damn, like, sometimes I almost wish I started 10 years ago, or whatever. But I do have, like, sometimes I'm sad. Like, sometimes I find myself telling myself, like, hey, man, just lean into now. Fuck the later, because it doesn't even matter. Because sometimes I find myself, crying, not crying, but like in my mentally, like crying over like later, like
can't do that.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm worried about the death later and all this.
That's the problem with anxiety is like anxiety is just worrying about a problem that hasn't even happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't do that.
Yeah. So sometimes I find myself like, bitch, you need to live more, keep living in the now.
Yeah.
But it's sad. Like we just gave away the crib. We're done with crib.
Chapter's
over. Done.
I know.
All done, man.
It's so fucking nice, though.
Same crib. We got her a full-size bed. Now we can lay with her, But, the crib game is out. There's so much of kid stuff. We're just getting rid of, like, damn, that part's done. Like, hey, I noticed none of the kids can walk underneath the microwave door anymore. Remember that's a thing?
Yeah.
You can open up the door and not hit your kid in the head. Yeah, they can slide right underneath it.
Do you, you're snipped, right? No?
Nah.
You going to get that done?
I haven't really thought about it much later.
Because what if an accident happens? Do you really want another one?
No, not at this point. No, I don't think Candace could even make it through it. I don't even think she could do it again.
So you might want to schedule that.
Yeah, I've thought about that.
It's 15 minutes and, $500. You just fucking do it.
Just people in the dark staring at my junk.
I'm to the point where it's been almost 7 years.
Yeah.
And I keep hearing these things of like around 7-ish years, things can get back together.
Really?
Yeah. I've heard a lot of people say that. So I'm going to go get tested.
Like you've been building the army slowly and you don't
or
even
like
know it.
Some things grow and it reconnects and you don't even know it. And then people that have had a vasectomy 7, 8, 9 years ago and then their old lady gets pregnant. So I'm like, I'm going to go get tested.
Wow.
Because at 44, there's no fucking way. I don't want that.
That's the one like, you're like, man, I hope I make it to your high school graduation.
Because what are you going to do? Like, I mean, you just have to just deal with it. You know what I mean? And, so yeah, I'm going to set that up. I don't even know where you got, does Quest do that?
I don't know. I have no idea. I find myself thinking like, I think a lot about the future and what that looks like and what we're going to be focused on, and because I can see how fast this is going.
Yeah.
Like I think about Charlotte. I remember when she was in the CrossFit,
yeah,
hanging around as a little kid. You know what I mean? Baby.
I know.
And now I'm like, what is she? 4 years from driving a car? She's 11, right?
She's getting ready to turn 12. Yeah.
Oh fuck! Just 3 more years, dog. You'll be having her drive around with you.
We'll be talking about like, buying Charlotte a car.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Fucking
nothing.
And then she'll be leaving you to hang out with friends.
Yeah. My friend, Stacy and, DJ down South Carolina, so they start school today. Today's their first day of school down there.
Wow.
And her son is going into a senior year. And I was like, I remember when she like told us she was pregnant with David. You're like, oh yeah, we're pregnant having our first kid. Now this motherfucker's driving himself to school in his senior year. It's just why it's not even my kid, but it just blows my mind. You know what I mean? How fast that it goes by.
Also, the age change for us, like, if you're 20 to 15 years later, that's only 35.
It's only 35.
But I'm almost 40. That next 15, that makes me 55.
And it's going to go quicker.
That's like, what am I like at 55? It's not like the body's getting better. It's like,
no, it ain't.
So it's like, damn, what am I going to, it's like, damn, I'll be 55.
But that's why we do things like go to Life Med and make sure we do our things.
You get out of adolescence a little fast. You know what I mean? Like, once you roll out of those 20s, you're like, yeah, that was a lot. Then you're like, the 30s. That might as well.
You remember how long from 10 years old to 20 years old was? How long that took?
Yeah.
And now look at the last 10 years.
Where
the fuck did that go?
Where was that at? It's so fast. It's a little fast.
Wild, man. I know.
It's a little wild. So, like, we've been really getting it in this summer. Like I said, this is the first time we're going to be here in 7 weeks.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how come no Treasure Beach then?
Honestly, first off, the kids probably need a break. Macon looked at us like, when are we going to stop going places?
Yeah, you said that, yeah.
We've been hammering them in the sun, the salt water, the chlorine. Like, I think they just needed like
stay home in the AC.
And then we have birthday. We actually are going to hit some birthday parties, tomorrow.
Everett's.
Which we're going to do Everett's and then her sister's.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
what was I going to say? Oh, something else I wanted to mention to you. I know you know I've been talking about it for weeks now, months now. Harley's coming home next week. So I'm officially his owner as of yesterday.
Proud daddy.
Yeah, man. So the transport company will be picking up the dog on Monday. He'll be at my house on Friday. He turned 2 on the 29th. The next day, the 30th, the owner, now the old owner, took him to the vet, got his hips done, hip certified, the hips and elbows, certification, got that done for me. I talked to and I haven't registered a dog with the AKC since Tank, so it's been 12 years, right? 11 and a half years. And, she had to do all the transferring ownership through AKC, right? Yeah. So I'm thinking, all right, she's going to fill this out, mail it either to me or mail it to the AKC, and they're going to do the thing, and they're going to send it off to me. And I'm talking to her about this whole process, and she was like, oh no, it'll be done in a couple hours. She's like, it's all electronic now. So literally I got on the phone with her yesterday morning, and 2 hours later she sent me screenshots showing like owner has my name on it. Wow. His number's there, all the shit, it's done. And I asked her about the OFA, the hips and elbows, the x-rays. I said, okay, well, are you going to send me the x-rays? And now she's like, no, that's done too. She's like, it's all just uploaded and everything's done. Nice. Microchip done. Hips and elbows done with OFA, AKC, I'm in his name. So
I asked a question earlier. Mm-hmm. We have to, now that we've talked about timelines, we have to go backwards for the viewers. Was there a moment where there was a real walkout and you're like, this is done?
Yeah, it was, so it was like, obviously divorces don't typically happen quick unless there was like a big catastrophe, right? Which there wasn't. It was like a year of,
how long, let's say a year of admitting it?
No, it was like a year of problems, right? There was a year of like, we're going the wrong direction, right? And tried a little separation. Hey, let's just see if this is better. And it did make it better, right? We came back together. I was like, yeah, we don't want that. That's not what we want. This is better. And then it just went right back to the shit. And it was just it was a growing apart, right? Because you're talking about my first marriage was my girlfriend in high school. Okay. So who you are at 17 is not who you are at 25. Yeah. There's that weird,
especially if people don't grow.
Yeah. And maybe somebody grows and another one doesn't. Yeah. Or you're growing in different directions. You're becoming yourself. Yeah. And, there was one moment that really kind of like, to me, that I'll never ever forget. And she might even listen to this, I don't know, where she said to me, I knew I should have broke up with you when your dad died. And it was like, is there something worse that you could say to someone? And
two things. You mean like on that day or like a little bit after?
she said, I knew you weren't going to be the same person again after that. And I knew it was in the back of my head. I knew I should have broke up with you then. And that fucking, probably one of the most hurtful things someone has said to me, right? And maybe it wasn't intended to be that hurtful.
I was thinking, or I was just thinking maybe you're gonna boost into a new person that got to take care of everybody.
And maybe that's what I thought I was doing, and maybe she didn't, right? But somewhere along the line, so over that year, and then after the trying different things and yada yada yada, and then there was just that moment where it was just like, we got to start talking about divorce because we're not going anywhere, right? And then from there, it was like quick. Then it was just like, okay, well then I'm going to go stay with my mom. And then like legitimately came home and everything was gone. There was like everything. Like pictures were gone. There was the petty shit of like, our pictures were like,
get some of the petty.
They were like
she drank your fucking beer out of
like fridge. She took like our wedding. She
stole
picture.
the fucking mustard. Like tell me
the wedding picture that was like up right, and it was just like turned down, like that kind of petty shit.
She couldn't look at it.
And I remember then there was another level of like, okay, you're going to get all your shit out. Like you got to come pack and move and all that stuff. So I will leave while you do that. And I remember coming home. And fucking everything was gone. I'm talking, I was left with like
2
forks, 2 knives, a couple cups, Everything was fucking gone. And I remember, I'll have to bring it up when the memory comes up on my Facebook. I'll have to bring it up again because it was just like, I made a comment or a post on Facebook. It's like, damn, this bitch even took the measuring cups. Cause like I went to go make, you
can measure this marriage for real.
I went to go make
one cup, a third of a cup.
I went to go make something and like, I'm like, the fucking measuring cups are gone. Like, God damn it, man. So then, I made Tristan my roommate to help me with the bills, and me and him just had a lot of fucking fun for about a year, something like that. We had a lot of fun together. You know what I mean?
A lot of hood rats.
Yeah, a lot of hood rat stuff, a lot of partying. And then, which was kind of cool. I hate to say it was cool because it's terrible, but I had a really good friend that was going through a divorce at the same time. So he was dealing with his shit during the week. I was dealing with my shit, and then every weekend he would just come down.
Yeah, you guys were on the fucking mall.
And we were going up to Bubba's. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then Pam swooped down pretty quick.
Yeah,
I remember there was one moment where we all went out to Bubba's and came back, and Pam was texting me. It was late night, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and me and Chris were in the living room, and he was getting ready to lay down on the couch, and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go." Pam said, "Come over to our house." And he was like so fired up for me. He was like, "Yes, go, yeah." So then, went over to Pam's house.
Yeah.
And then the rest was history.
The rest is history.
The rest was history. But that was pretty much, it's weird talking about this because I don't think I've talked about that whole timeline in how long.
Well, it seems easy to bring up. Like, if you were like a now divorce, it would be more tender now. But like that seems like the early one. I don't want to say like it should happen. It seems like it seems like it happened a lot. Like you guys, like you said, you just grow apart. Like it's very young.
Yeah,
it's very young.
And that's the thing. And I have friends
like a no shame divorce. Like, hey, we were super young. Mm-hmm. I don't think this.
And it kind of was. It kind of was the progression of, well, we're dating at 17, and then we go through senior year together and homecoming and prom, and then we graduate together, and we had a phenomenal summer, and then it was just kind of like, oh well, we're 21. I guess we should get engaged, right? So then you start hearing the elders and your family and your friends' parents are like, oh well, when are you guys going to get married? Because you've been together forever, and now you're adults, and
especially that generation.
Yeah, that generation was like, hey, I remember one of our mutual friends' aunt or something one night was like, hey, Jerry, shit or get off the pot. And like, that's such a terrible thing to say to a 21-year-old. Yeah. Right? Cause I don't fucking know nothing yet. Yeah. And, then I'm like, okay, propose.
Even you think you know, you find out later you didn't know.
Yeah, you don't. and I wish you can't tell kids, you can't say, hey man, maybe just pump the brakes a little bit. You don't have to rush into this.
Yeah.
Like, 25 is still pretty fucking young.
Yeah.
You could be together, but don't marry and buy real estate.
Just in case, this makes an easier exit.
And there's some big growth in a human being from teens to mid-20s.
That 21 to say 25 is those 4 years are a really big growth.
Huge, because now you're getting out of college or you're into your career and you start realizing what you like and what you don't like and what you like to do and where your priorities are. And it might not align with the person you love. Yeah. Because I can't say like I didn't love her still, right? It wasn't that, but it wasn't going to work. It just was not going to fucking happen. You know what I mean? So and we're still, I can't say I talk to her a lot. I don't talk to her a lot. There's times where we will text each other like so-and-so died or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, or when actually the last time I talked to her was when Tank was kind of on his way out and, he was going on some new medication and she's a veterinary person. So, hey, what do you think about this? Is this a good thing? You know, so like that kind of, and she's super cool to me.
And she said, yeah, it's about a 3/4 cup of,
fucking Betty Cocker.
Hey, if you had a measuring cup right now, how much, do I give Tank right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Where the fuck are the measuring cups, bitch?
God almighty.
That should be a t-shirt. Just, how do you measure your marriage? 3/4 of a cup
this
at a time.
Bitch took the measuring cups. I can't wait till that Facebook post comes around. I'm going to share it.
That's great.
Yeah. But anyway, so, all right, take us out.
Take us out. Well, hey guys, look, if you're thinking about getting divorced, all right, and you're about to pull the Band-Aid, I highly suggest you hide your fucking measuring cups, okay? So that you can, cause you're going to want to bake a cake later for some nice young, broad that comes over at 1 a.m. and you're going to not be able to measure out the baking soda. That's pretty much all I got. There's, nothing really today other than, look, let's go win out there. If there's an Oklahoma, is there an Oklahoma drill for life? I don't know, but you should figure that out. Maybe you need a little Oklahoma drill in your life and face, something that scares you. Okay? Go fuck yourself.